Welcome to Open House Extra. Today we welcome a big star to the house. It's the Grammy Award-winning singer who owns her own theme park, Dollywood. Please welcome Dolly Parton.
As always, of course, you look fantastic. But the last time you and I met, it was this enormous press conference, and you just had shed an enormous amount of weight as well at that time.
Yes, I
Are you still sticking to the regime?
Yeah, I've kept it down for about 10 or 11 years now. Because I'm just a hog at heart. I love everything good to eat. So in order to maintain it, I just kind of eat small portions of everything I like because I hate diet foods. So, yeah, I'm proud of myself because I never thought I'd be able to get that lard off.
Well, stand up a minute and we'll see this small waist.
Okay.
Look at this tiny, tiny waist. I mean, that's pretty good, eh? Now, listen. What I don't understand, though, Dolly, I have to say, is why the waist can be like this and the essential parts remain the same. Good.
Well, it's not the, it's my waist and my feet are small because nothing grows in the shade. Makes sense, don't it?
I know, but a lot of people, if they lose weight, it comes off all the places they don't want to lose it,
that's
and it
true.
still stays on the waist,
Yeah, well, I'm lucky with that, so.
With image, you find there's a great pressure because you're so much in the public eye, no matter what you're doing, whether it's Dollywood or whether it's performing or making records. Do you find that you're consciously thinking all the time of image?
Well, you have to, and of course I've always had a very outrageous image, as you know, which I've enjoyed.
We love.
Yeah, hopefully. But I have a good time with it myself because I love to wear gaudy clothes, flashy things. In fact, I'm dressed down today. I didn't know we were going to have this nice audience, or I would have wore my bead, my rhinestones. But I think it's important that if you create an image, which I have through the years, that you try to keep that up. I don't like to go out and people say, "Oh, I saw Dolly Parton. She didn't even look like herself." I'd rather them say, "Oh, I saw Dolly Parton and she was so gaudy." It was awful.
But you never made any secret of the fact that, you have a range of wigs, for example, and you have dozens of wigs at home. So it must be marvellous just to sort of leave it off and get it done. It's
great. Somebody says, well, how long does it take to do your hair? I said, I have no idea. I'm never there. Oh, my God. If I'm having a bad hair day, we'll call Bob. We'll see. But I enjoy the wigs because they're handy for me. My hair won't do what I want it to. And sometimes I'll wear my own hair, especially for photo shoots, but it takes a long time. And I just rather just jump in one and out of another. If I don't like it, just
depending on the mood, I guess.
Say, "Ooh, I like your hair." I said, "Well, I'll let you wear it sometime."
How many do you have at home, do you reckon?
I have no idea. I always just say as a joke, 365, because I wear a wig about every day of the year. So I just have different ones, and when I get tired of them, sometimes I'll give them to the hospital for cancer patients, and they can remake them or use them when people lose their hair from chemo. So, and we auction them off, and we rework them.
That's very good, actually.
Yeah, so actually we make good use of it.
You also don't make any secret of the fact that you like the odd little nip and tuck here, which I'm dying to have, but I haven't got the nerve, and I know I need it.
Well, if you got the nerve and you got the money and you got the desire, I think if you got something sagging, dragging, and bagging, you should go get it fixed. If you got the guts, go get your guts sucked, if you need to. But I'm all for doing whatever it takes to make you feel good about yourself.
Have you had that suction stuff, that liposuction?
Oh, I ain't telling you everything.
All right. But maybe you've had it put in places.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've had about everything done.
Have you?
Here and there, now and then.
And again, little and often, you think, oh, I'll just get a little bit done here and there.
It's like, I kind of think of myself as like having a car tuned up. I just kind of go do it every now and then, so I don't do anything big and drastic. So, like I said, if something gets to bother me, I just go fix it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Great
attitude.
attitude.
I just think that's what you should do if you're in the public eye and it bothers you. You don't need to if it doesn't bother you, but if it does, and like I say, if you got the money and you got the nerve, and the desire, go do it if it makes you feel better.
With your work ethic, because, I mean, you still, work away with it, songwriting and making records, singing, Dollywood, I mean, everything. Do you feel that you get your work ethic from your dad, who I know was although it was a poor background, he was a hard worker? My dad was a very hard worker, and I got my talent, my personality, mostly from my mom and my mom's people, because they were all very musical. But my mother's people were very lazy physically. They didn't want to do anything but write and sing. My dad, though, worked really, really hard, got up very early. So I'm really happy that I got that from him because I love to work. And I lost my dad November the 12th. And yes, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, well, he didn't suffer long. He never had been sick, so it was really such a shock to us. And I didn't realize what a daddy girl I was till till Daddy passed, but it's been hard for us. But I've been writing some nice songs about him, and I feel like he's very near me.
And had he continued to live in the area where you were brought up?
Yes, my dad never could stand the thoughts of being anywhere else. He was very country, and my dad was never able to read and write, which is one of the reasons I wanted to really, you know, work with the education, which we have. Another thing we have at Dollywood is the Dollywood Foundation, where we work with the kids, not only giving scholarships that we've done for years, but helping all the little kids. Every child born in Sevier County, the area where I was born, they get a book from the day they're born and one a month until they start school. So they learn to love books and learn to read. But my dad, he was so proud of the work I did there, because my dad, even though he couldn't read and write, the smartest person I ever knew, because he knew he had that good old common horse sense, and I'd like to think I got some of that as well.
So what was your upbringing like? I mean, as you say, you had lots of music around the house. Your dad's a hard worker. But how poor was it in terms of what you had?
Well, we were very poor. You know, there's 12 of us, children, 6 girls and 6 boys. And my mother was only 15. Daddy was 17 when they married.
15?
Yeah, she was still in the 7th grade, I think. That was the end of her education. Daddy didn't go to school, so he just hung around the schoolyard, I guess. So I'll take that one. So he goes and gets her. But when Mama was 35 and Daddy was 37, they already had their 12 children. So,
that's
yeah,
extraordinary.
I'm one of the older ones. I have a sister, 2 brothers older, and then 8 children younger. But we worked, we grew our own food. When I was in my early days, we lived without electricity there for many years, up in the mountains, and we all had to work.
Outside toilets, I suppose?
Oh, absolutely. We had running water when we'd run and get it down to the spring. But it was great. It's like people say, well, how did you live in a house like that with all those boys and no, you know, like no bathroom? I said, how did you take a bath? I said, well, you know, we'd take a pan of water, we'd go into a room, we'd wash up as far as possible, then we'd wash down as far as possible, and when the boys cleared the room, we washed possible. That's how you do it.
It's all strategy, really,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is.
Later in the show, Dolly treated everyone in the house to a special performance of the title track from her album, Little Sparrow.
Precious, fragile little thing, little sparrow, flies so high and feels no pain. All ye heed my warning, never trust the hearts of men. They will crush you like a sparrow, leaving you to never mend. They will vow to always love you, swear no love but yours will do. Then they'll leave you for another, break your little heart in two. Little sparrow, precious, fragile little thing. Little sparrow, flies so high and feels no pain. If I were a little sparrow, o'er these mountains I would fly. I would find him, look into his lying eyes. I would flutter all around him on my little sparrow wings. I would ask him why he let me love him vain. I am not a little sparrow, I am cold-hearted lover and his evil, cunning scheme. Little sparrow, precious, fragile little thing. Little sparrow, flies so high, feels no pain. All ye maidens fair and tender, never trust the hearts of men. They will crush you like a sparrow, leaving you to never mend. Little sparrow, oh, the sorrow never ends.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Well, I had fun.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Well, now, just on behalf of everybody, thank you very much for coming to see
Well, I
us.
had a good time, and I'll be back if you
I hope.
invite me.
Well, we're here every day, so come back anytime.
Will you come see me at Dollywood?
Promise.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you,
To Dolly
and thanks to
Parton,
all
of
of
course.
you.
Thank you. If you'd like to be part of the audience for Open House, we'd absolutely love to see you. Now, for free tickets, you can always call 020 760.
Can have dangerous